It's 1:05. I'll call this meeting to order. We need to amend the agenda on a few things. The high school was asking for we're going to purchase a banner. And the Shriners was also wanting if we're going to donate $1,000 to them again this year. And Chad was wanting to discuss Surf Pro, correct? About that house down here.
If she's called, is go ahead and
We'll just put on the agenda.
I want to add to the agenda also the trash pickup.
Okay.
Some issues with that, and then RTA issues.
We have a motion to amend the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
I'll second.
All right, so we're going to put banners on 4. Runners 5. That was all in favor? Any opposed? All right. Next up is approval of minutes. If you had time to look through the minutes.
Make a motion to approve the June 7th town hall minutes.
Second.
Okay. The closed session.
Make a motion to approve the July the 5th closed session minutes.
Okay.
It's just falls on. It's this middle sheet.
Second that.
Okay.
To just kind of leave that one to find out.
Motion to approve the meeting minutes from July 5th.
Second.
Special meeting. special meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve the July 18th special meeting minutes.
I'll second.
All in, any opposed? Get all the minutes. All right. This time I'll open up the floor to public comment. Have anyone for public comment? We have a motion to close public comment.
Motion to close public comment.
Second.
Now, all in favor? Any opposed? Moving on to old business. Amanda's been talking to some companies about a substitute for Invoice Cloud. Amanda, would you like to address the board?
I've had several meetings with Tim Remington from Sturgis, and we have a webinar set up after we've had this meeting. With Invoice Cloud, I've got multiple calls of they can't make their payment online, or they've made a payment and it's not showing up through Invoice Cloud, and it's showing that they've got double payments. And this is every single day we get multiple calls. So with Sturgis, Andrews uses them, and other towns around us use them. And I did go sit with Andrews on Monday morning, and they walked me through how it basically it's a lot like Invoice Cloud, but they do a text message instead of an email deal, but they do have email as well. I would like to speak with them more and go ahead and do the webinar and just walk through and see more about it. And then yesterday we had a guy from Edmonds. They are an entity of their own. They do like our Southern software side plus a payment side, or we can use them just as a payment side. I have not done enough research on them, but I would like to talk with them as well, just to kind of get a feel and go through and see what they offer for us. They specialize in local government, utility billing, and stuff like that. So just doing more research.
If you think you can have your mind made up on which one you want to use by the next meeting.
Yeah, I'll have more information, and I want to walk through that webinar for sure and talk with Darren again, and he may have a webinar as well that we could do. He does have other reps that could come in here, and both of them have trainers that can come in and show Linda and I how to process and everything that we need. They'll be able to help us come in and work through that.
Doing it online was supposed to be easier for the customers, so we can get it
Yeah,
to where that it is. That's what we want to do.
it's been difficult. Ever since I've been here, since February, I have had issues with Invoice Cloud, and it's hard to navigate. I've tried to navigate through it myself, and it's not very easy.
Definitely let us know.
Okay, all right,
Think go with whichever one you're to use.
okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
All right. I don't really have anything to update on, so we'll move on to the town attorney. And Leo Phillips was the only one that definitely agreed that he would be interested in it. How would the board feel about him?
With it,
Okay. Make a motion.
I'll make a motion that we reach out, try to hire Leo Phillips as town attorney.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right. And next up, you want the maintenance employee on there?
So, Chad, looks like, Chad,
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry.
thought you mentioned one.
yeah, we'll, now, make a motion, we hire Michael Morgan as our new maintenance employee.
I second. Store, just regular.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right, next up. Lucas Ford with Robbinsville High School has asked us if we'd be interested in purchasing a new banner. See it.
Is it a banner for the football, the basketball, or does it go from,
It does 3 different sports.
Yeah.
it does?
And got up the stadium, the
Yeah.
the
Yeah, it will be
gym, and then the
displayed at-
baseball stadium.
It'll be displayed in Big Oak Stadium, Loudon Memorial Sports Complex, and RHS Gym.
I make a motion that we purchase a banner.
Say,
All right, all in favor? Any opposed? All right. Next up, the Shriners. Does the board want to make the $1,000 annual donation to the Shriners?
Is that something that's already in our budget that,
That I don't know.
I'm not certain. I didn't check into that. I
Yeah.
should have, but I did.
is that something we've done previously? or-
It is.
Yeah.
it's
I would
usually in
say
our
it is.
budget, so I don't know, it's something, but if it's not in the budget, I make a motion that we approve giving the Shriners the
Okay.
annual donation.
Second that.
All in favor? All right, any opposed? All right, Chad was wanting to address us about that house down next to the old post office, about the,
Yeah. This Ripka had some sewer issues, and we've done a little research on our end, and we had a Circle Street sewer updates to get rid of all the terracotta lines, and there was that house that she owns was not hooked up, as well as another one, and I don't know why, but for some reason it was overlooked. It's rare that it happens, but with that building not being anybody there, I mean, it was, you know, there was no way to test to check, see where everything was coming from. You know, usually you do dye tests or whatever, you know, just trace it out. But that house was locked up, so it was overlooked, and she had some sewer back up into her basement, and I didn't get time to look at the email she sent, but I want to say it was roughly $3,000 for cleanup, heavy duty cleaning, and the disposing of everything. And say usually something like this doesn't happen, but sometimes it does. And it's been, I want to say maybe 5 years ago that the sewer lines were replaced. So, and the line was a huge line, so it took quite some time for it to fill up and eventually back up into the basement.
Can she bring us the billing for all of this stuff so that we can make a decision on it the next meeting?
Yes. I have an email, but I don't have it with me. But I can get it to you guys and get it.
Yeah.
okay. So
That's the only way we can really make a good decision on it.
you want to table it to the next meeting?
Yeah.
And Debbie, you wanted to mention something about trash pickup?
Yeah, the maintenance guys that came to me and was talking to me about the trash pickup. Um, I think each citizen that's in the city limits gets trash pickup. They have to have it in a can,
Back and curbside.
bagged and curbside. A lot of them are having to go by and pick up trash that is not in a can, which a lot of times gets scattered around because animals come and tear into it. And then some of it is in cans, but it's only in the little Ingles bags. And when they get it out, it busts open and it's got a lot of things that they have to try to pick up. I would like for us to either send out a letter to each one of the people in the city limits and just let them know those regulations for trash pickup. And if they have to go and do extra for these citizens and pick up their trash, I think there needs to be an extra fee for that. I know they're having to go and do a few things that are unsafe for them that doesn't need to be done if they don't, that they're not doing for someone else. And I understand certain circumstances, but we've got to kind of think about them too. And it's extra time and they're already pushed to the limit. So that's what I would like to do.
As long as it's bagged and curbside, we can get it, no problem. But there's a lot of times, like say, loose trash, it becomes, troublesome having to try to get it all picked up, and it's aggravating.
Be sure to get it sent around. I had to go down there a few weeks ago. They called me after hours and had missed it, and I went and hauled it on my own pickup truck.
Yeah, when we do sand run, it's a special trip. We can't take our trash truck down in there. So it's when you can't take the trash truck, it doesn't become bagged and curbside. We don't mind to get it, but we say these extra trips going back and forth, it becomes a problem. As long as it's bagged and curbside, we don't mind to get it. And I've got a little thing in the truck that, stated that we've ran for years in the past. So
Would it be easier for you guys to just give us the addresses of the ones that are not following the procedure and then we can just send them a letter?
yeah, we can start doing that.
Maybe we can get it to where that it's easier and a little more safer.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
What if the person has to carry it along when they're not physically able to do it?
Could be a certain circumstance, but what are we to do with the big trash truck?
Well, if it's in a dangerous area, we cannot take the trash truck. That's causing, harm or dangerous possibility anyway, to us and others. But, we can do stuff like that in special cases. And it's not a problem, but it might be outside the beaten path of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We can get it when we can get it kind of thing. We say things come up, especially right now. We've got contractors on Mountain Creek, contractors on the bypass, which is a huge project, and we're already stretched. And we have all kinds of other stuff in between trying to get that done. So,
Well, I'm not going to mention any names, but I know some elderly people that are not physically able to carry it up to the road.
and like I say, we don't mind to get it one bit.
And they don't drive, so they can't tow it off themselves.
Well, we don't mind to get it, but it might be outside the normal times. That's all I'm saying.
Anything further on the trash pickup? Was that in the motion, Debbie, to send letters out or what?
Yeah.
Make a motion to have the maintenance guys take a note of the ones that do not follow the procedure, and then we can send a letter out to them. And then the ones that are in a distressed situation to where that they need to actually write a letter and present that to us too.
You know, maybe putting letters, special provisions can be addressed on an individual basis.
Is it possible to maybe put something out in the Grim Star, just kind of a reminder, you know?
I'm gonna include it in the write-up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll include all this in the write-up.
And that way,
Thank you, Kevin.
Well,
All right.
Make a motion, send out notices.
Yeah. Are they gonna be mailed? Maintenance man gonna deliver them or what?
We can mail them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they just don't make no sense in taking more time off of their,
All right.
Well, make a motion that we mail out notices on the trash regulations and that on an individual basis, we might make minor exceptions.
second.
Is that for people that's not physically able? So the town is open to making
Yeah.
exceptions for people that's not physically able,
Yeah.
to not drive. Okay. All right, next up, RTA.
The state has been in contact with us about different issues going on with the RTA and the town. And one of those issues was the sign off of a payroll check. And they made that clear that if the mayor did not or was not able to do that, to put someone else in that position. So I make that motion that Kenneth Hyde can sign for payroll checks for the RTA. And with Kenneth being that one, I'm assuming that you would get a vote in that. Make a motion that Kenneth Hyde be able to be that designated town official to sign RTA payroll checks.
Okay. All right, I'll second.
Next with the RTA, there's been other issues wrapped around it, and the Robbinsville tourism has been very successful with bringing the community together and giving the tourists a different look at Robbinsville other than just a drive-through. As the chairman of the board, I took on the role as the director in order to keep the events going until we got a new director hired. As a board, we did do interviews, we did look at some applicants, and we decided that we were gonna wait until some issues that were revolving around us got resolved. So we decided that we were just gonna keep everything positive and keep everything going for the community and carry on the events. But, those issues ain't gonna go away as long as I am on that board as the chairman, and until I step aside, it's just not gonna quit. I've had great support from the community, and I've had none from the town council. I've had more support from the town of Lake Santigua than I have from my own town council. And I've tried to get with Kenneth and take that chairman position before, but him with his job and everything going on, it was just more than he could take on too. But Kenneth is willing to take that position on now. And all I can say is that I've enjoyed it. I have made every event as successful as it could and memorable. Citizens and tourists have expressed how they've appreciated it. But, as soon as an event would get over, there would be this unnecessary drama brought out. Don't understand why. I thought Robbinsville Tourism and the town of Robbinsville worked together, but it's not that way. So, the RTA board will be meeting on Saturday to finish up a few things. We've got a check to sign over to the veterans, and we've got something to set for a budget for an event that's happening in September. I'm stepping down as chairman of the RTA, and honestly, if I didn't have so much going on with the post office, I could probably continue to carry on and take that unnecessary drama and all the issues that seems to be underlying for it. But I make a motion to place Kenneth Hyde in that position of chairman for the Robbinsville Tourism after the special meeting on August the 5th. And you get a vote in that too.
I'll second.
That's all I've got.
Are you still remaining as tourism director?
As I only done director because I was the chairman.
So you're not gonna do that anymore?
No.
Okay.
No. So that's taken care of too. That's your plate now. So,
Okay. All right. We need to go into closed session. We need to go into closed session. Ken, if you want to make a motion.
What we going in on?
Joel's gonna talk to us.
First, no. Those purchase of the property.
No, it was about that. It's about something different.
Safety.
We do need to discuss some personnel too.
We'll go in on the person.
We could do that.
Get that thing big.
We'll go in on the personnel.
Okay.
Pursuant to the provisions of North Carolina General Statute 143-318-11C, I move that the town of Robbinsville Council go into a closed session for the purpose of considering personnel matters as defined and allowed by North Carolina General Statute 143-318-11A6, North Carolina General Statute 168, along with other matters.
All right. Yeah, got a second?
absolutely.
All right.